Hi, my name is Kevin Poole, the Wave, the World Motivational Educator. And my job is to help motivate you and help educate you either mentally, physically, financially, spiritually, or emotionally to the max. We're here going over the motivational rush, the most explosive motivational info book ever written. We're going over this chapter that has changed lives tremendously. We're getting feedback from everywhere and we're loving it. This thing is so explosive. People are accomplishing their goals. They're just snatching their dreams up. They're becoming refocused on them. You know, we have contractors contacting us saying, you know what, I've been wanting to take my contractor's license for, the last 10 years. And after I got the motivation rush, it motivated me to go after my dreams. To go after this one shot at life and kick ass with both feet and take names later. So people are getting the spunk, they're getting the information, they're getting the strategies. That's what's so great. We're giving people strategies. Not only are we motivating you, but we're giving you informations. We're giving you strategies. We're giving you concepts. We're giving you philosophies. We're giving you steps to go after it, to achieve it, to make it believable, know that it's possible, because there are many, many quotes, and one is that if you can visualize it, you can achieve it. But that's where it starts, and you have to believe it and know that you can do it. Know that you can do it. Just know it in your short-term goals. What you do today, what you do tomorrow, what you do next week, what you do next month, what you do next season, what you do next year. Those short-term goals are your indicators and your motivators that lead you to the long journeys, the long things, the things you're going to do over the next 5 years, over the next 10 years, over the next 20 years, over the next lifetime. Okay, your life's work. This is some of my life's work. Building the educational learning foundation and building the motivational rush. This is my life's work, and I love to do it. That's why you hear me talk with so much passion. I love it. When I get up, I can't wait to jump on the mic and talk to the people. All right, and I'm glad that you're giving me the ear to be able to take your life and run with it. All right, so we're going over this chapter. This chapter is spectacular. This chapter will keep life fun for you. Okay, because I tell you, as adults, we get dull. Okay, a lot of times. I know I got dull in a lot of different things. Okay, but this chapter right here will help create enjoyment throughout your life. Keep things fresh, keep things going. And this chapter is called Reinventing Yourself for Success. Reinventing yourself for success. Now, what does it mean to reinvent yourself? Reinventing is to change something so it appears to be different. To change something so it appears to be different. Okay? No matter how subtle the change or how large the change, how big the change is, it could be just the subtlest change. Something so tiny. Something so small, but it makes such a big impact because people notice it, including yourself. And then there could be humongous changes where people gotta notice these changes, like, oh my goodness, have you seen the way this person has evolved? Have you seen the way this company has evolved? Have you seen the way this department has evolved? Have you seen the way this church has evolved? Okay, and reinvention is one of the key steps to keep life fun. To keep life fun in your teens, when you're in your 20s, when you're in your 30s, to keep it fun when you're in your 40s, to keep it fun when you're in your 50s, to keep it fun when you're in your 60s, your 70s, your 80s, your 90s. We run out pretty much by the time we hit 100. Okay, but no matter what, by you constantly reinventing yourself, you had fun and you kept life fun for yourself, because there's something about that little change. All right, and chemicals and all types of stuff start flowing through your body just by a little change. It could be a haircut. You haven't had a haircut in a while, go get a little haircut, and you get a haircut, you get all cleaned up, you look brand new, you feel brand new. Oh my goodness, don't follow with a nice shower. Hey, you know me, I put on a suit, I'm gonna have some fun. or just by reinventing myself. I tell you, I reinvented myself just by putting on a hat. I saw one of my boys one time. He was like, Kev, you got to wear hats with the suits. That's your crown. That's your crown. So I said, all right, let me give it a try. Because you got to be open to things. You got to be open to growth. Okay? You know, if I don't like it, I can always go back to the way I was normally. All right? That option is always there for all of us. All right? So keep it open. So I said, all right, let's give it a try. So we went. We picked out a few hats. Okay, I said, oh, man, this is kind of cool. Oh, man. And I thought about this chapter. And I said, Kevin, you are reinventing yourself just with a little hat. And the hat looks so great. Get a lot of compliments. I feel great when I have the hat on. They tell me you look like the Godfather. And I'm just enjoying it. And it just that small little bit of reinvention, okay, is such a beautiful thing. You know, I mean, Hugh Hefner, the Playboy billionaire or millionaire, he reinvented himself just with a robe and a cigar. And he became famous for that robe and that cigar just by doing that small reinventions. You know, I mean, how can you reinvent yourself mentally? You know, I mean, how can you reinvent yourself physically? You know I need to lose some pounds. Still do. Okay, one of the hardest things to do because I love to eat. I'm not going to lie. Okay, but when it's all said and done, I know, let me lose a few pounds. Let me reinvent myself. Let me reinvent myself by just losing a few pounds. Let me gain a little bit of muscle. Let me reinvent myself physically. How can you reinvent yourself financially? You know, maybe you're making a certain amount of money. Maybe if you go back for this one class or this additional thing, it may reinvent your finances, your income. If you're an investor, how can you reinvent your investments? You know, are your investments making the most money that it can make? So I know when I'm at one of my buildings as a property manager, sometimes I have to reinvent the property, reinvent the income just by putting in some laundry machines, just by putting in a few vending machines. That small reinvention adds to growth, adds to change, okay? And there's plenty of things that you can do. There's plenty of things that you can do to reinvent yourself. And now the reinvention doesn't have to be that big. It could be tiny things. I repeat, okay? Start with those things. Start with the tiny things, okay? But some big things, if you can jump all over that, reinvent yourself big as well, okay? Jump all over the big things. Have fun with the big things. You're talking about big results. When you reinvent things, you're talking about big results, okay? Reinvent your goals. Reinvent your ability to stay focused. Reinvent your way of thinking. Reinvent yourself. Reinvention is beautiful because it shows you what's next with your life, like the next chapter, okay? It shows you what's next in your life, the next chapter. I mean, isn't it great to be able to look at the next chapter because you're reinventing yourself, okay? So, and be aware of the reinventing process and strategy and use it. Reinvent yourself and keep improving yourself and keep playing with yourself. See what you like and see what you don't like. Remember, you can always go back. You can always go back to the way you were. That is always an option. But now you just open up this door that this part is an option as well. Okay? I learned how to live good here, but wow, if I reinvent and do this, I'll live even better here, greatly here, superbly here. Okay? So reinvent yourself for success. Reinventing yourself is beautiful in a way that it's like being reborn again almost sometimes, depending on how big the reinvention is. But it can be like being reborn again, but with your present knowledge, your present adult knowledge. It's like a whole new growth spurt. Okay, well, there's mental growth spurt, financial growth spurt, spiritual growth spurt, emotional growth spurts. So reinventing yourself can be like being reborn again with your present, current mind, knowledge, and information. Reinventing yourself eliminates boredom because once again, it's very easy to get bored with life and in such a routine with life. This is the way we do it. We've been doing it this way with the kids, with ourselves. This is the way we do it. But reinvention helps to eliminate boredom and helps you to build a new plan for your life. because your plans can shift. And it's something just about the slightest shift. Next thing you know, your life is shooting through the roof in every aspect as a better parent or better grandparent or better employer or a better employee or better business owner or better manager. Okay, sometimes just the smallest shift, okay, can help build new plans for your life. So there you have it. Reinvent yourself for success. That way you can take your life and run with it to the max.